and welcome back to my channel. This is Nykaa Just Wink It 12-in-1 eyeshadow palette. Now these are available in 5 different shades and I picked up Crushed Berries. This is a gorgeous palette with all berry toned mauves, pinks and browns. And it was just calling out to me ever since I saw the teasers on Nykaa's Instagram page. All the product information is given on the outer packaging as well as the actual eyeshadow palette. Now this palette has 2 rows of eyeshadows. The first row has 6 shades and the second row has another 6 shades, so a total of 12 shades in this palette. It does come in a mix of mattes and shimmers. So in the first row you have 3 shimmers and 3 mattes, and in the second row you have 4 mattes and 2 shimmers. So you have a total of 7 mattes and 5 shimmers in this palette. Now this is enriched with shea butter, vitamin E and tomato fruit extracts, and the other 2 ingredients I have absolutely no clue how to pronounce it. So this is a cruelty-free product. It's dermatologically tested and it's paraben and Sls free too. So it comes packaged like this. It has a plastic protective cover on top, and once you take it off you can find the actual eyeshadow palette. It is the usual Nykaa packaging. It is just a plain simple black packaging with Nykaa embossed on top. This comes with a protective plastic sheet, and I'm happy it has a very good quality, good sized mirror. You can do all your eye looks with just this mirror. Now I've taken this video in natural daylight. For some odd reason, I don't know why, but the shades are not as vibrant as they have to be. Now for the swatches, I am swatching my fingers 2 to 3 times with medium pressure on all the shades because I don't want to mislead as to how pigmented the shades are. And this is how the color payoff of the shades are. This is how the shades look in night light. These are the finger swatches of shades 1 to 6 in the first row. Finger swatches of shades 7 to 12 in the second row. Let's see how they swatch with a brush. These are the brush swatches of shades 1 to 6 in the first row, and brush swatches of shades 7 to 12 in the second row. Let's get to the shades. The first shade is a peachy shade. Now this does have a subtle shimmer to it. This does blend well and the color payoff is better when you layer it. The second shade is a mauvey berry shade. This blends well too, and the pigmentation again in this one is much better when you layer it. The third shade is a pinky shimmery shade which has more shimmer than the first one. This applies better with fingers than with brush. That kind of applies to all the shimmery shades in this palette. The fourth shade is a dark pink, berry toned pink shade. It does have shimmer. Now this shade has slightly more shimmer and this is a very pretty shade. This applies well with a brush and it also blends well. The fifth shade is a brown matte shade. This is very pigmented and it does have fallout and it blends well too. The sixth shade is a mauvey brown shade, and again you need to layer this for more pigmentation. Coming to shades 7 to 12, the 7th shade is a matte pink shade. The pigmentation is good and it blends well. The 8th shade is a matte coral shade. Now this is a very muted coral and it does blend well. The 9th shade is a beautiful shimmery berry shade and it's my favorite from this palette. Now the shimmer applies better with fingers than with brush. The 10th shade is a matte mauvey brown shade. It's pigmented and it blends well. The 11th shade is a beautiful gold shimmery shade. Now this applies well both with fingers as well as with a brush. The 12th shade is a matte brown shade. Now this is awesome for the corner of your eyes and the crease area, and it does blend well. The product does claim it's a smudge proof formula. Not that we're going to smudge our eye makeup physically, no, we are not going to do that, but still this is not a smudge proof formula. It definitely comes off very easily. It also does claim it is a waterproof formula. Now when I do spray water on the eyeshadows, you can see there's no color dripping off with the water, so this is definitely a water resistant formula. But of course when you rub it off along with the water, it does come off very easily, so this is not a waterproof formula. Coming to the pros, this is definitely a very compact 12-in-1 palette, easy to travel with. The pigmentation in this palette is pretty decent. All the shades do blend well. There is a good selection of colors in this palette. Just one or two shades had a little bit of fallout, and the shimmery shades are so good in this palette. Coming to the cons, this is way too expensive and there's absolutely no ingredient list provided anywhere on the palette. Hope you enjoyed watching this video and you found this review really useful. So until my next video, stay happy, keep smiling and have fun with makeup.